Well, now let us look at the nice property I was talking about. Something that is very counterintuitive. Now, I told you I had this lab with 100 chemicals satisfying these 4 properties. Mixing 2 chemicals gives back some chemical in my laboratory. The order in which you mix doesn't matter. A mixed with B and C is same as AB mixed with C. This is not actually order. This is the sequence in which you mix. And the third one was there is this universal chemical which when mixed with a chemical always gives you the same chemical. E times X is same as X. And finally, we told you given any chemical X, there is always another chemical X dash in my laboratory which when mixed gives you back this E. Now, here is a cute result, a cute observation. In such a laboratory, this chemical E is going to be unique. What do I mean by that? By that I mean there cannot be 2 such chemicals E and E dash with the same property that when you mix this with a chemical, you get back the same chemical. What do I mean by that? By that I mean you cannot have a E which when mixed with X gives you X always for all X, for all possible chemicals X, and E mixed with any other chemical, and there is another chemical E dash with the same property. By that I mean when E dash is mixed with X, where X is any chemical, you get back the same chemical. This is impossible, I say. Why? Let's see. If there were 2 different universal chemicals, E and E dash, then let us mix E with E dash. That's the climax. You mix E with E dash. Now, keep E dash closed. You're mixing E with something. You see, E dash is another chemical. You should get back whatever this something is. So, you should get back E dash. But then, let us look at it the other way. E dash is getting mixed with something. So, E dash also has this property because it's a universal chemical. So, E dash mixed with anything should give me back that anything. So, it should also, I can also conclude that it should be E. So, E into E mixed with E dash gives me E dash, also gives me E, which means my E and E dash should be the same. Do you see the point here? My laboratory, if it satisfies these 4 properties, you need not worry about the uniqueness of the universal chemical. It will always be unique. Take up any entity which satisfies these 4 properties. This particular third property, whatever it says, there's a universal entity, universal element. It's always unique. Now you see the point? It's important to study such structures with these 4 properties because if it satisfies these 4 properties, it satisfies obtain number of properties.